Figure out.
From the heart of Casa Grande, where our roots are deeply gone, we built a powerhouse empire, making this desert town our own. But our reach, no borders.
Is this one of the record and listen in ones?
It's called it's a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like an owl, it's called, because it looks like an owl. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how it works, but it's cool.
In Arizona, leading the way in every single room we enter, from the local shops to the state line. We are the exact same people, letting that consistency shine. And when the market gets heavy and the stakes are running high, we don't tell a fairy tale. We look you in the eye, give you the honest truth, no matter what
There's Dane.
everything out in the open.
Yeah.
Watch the desert glow from Casa Grande to the top.
Where is anybody here yet? I've never seen that, huh?
Strongest team in AZ.
Oh, yeah, she was good for it. Yeah. Okay.
With a brother and a sister, nowhere left to hide.
All right, we'll just give it a few more minutes.
There's technology for movies.
There's a lot.
Technology overload.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
backs you up like we do.
What's her timeline?
Casa Grande.
So she's my executive assistant. She lives in the Philippines. I believe. Hey, Carrie. I believe it is. Let's see. What time is it in the Philippines?
1:35 a.m. Cindy.
5 a.m. in
Yeah.
Manila.
Yeah. So yes, she works nights,
Oh my
Yeah. but she's outstanding. Yeah. Again, how are you? Yeah. So.
We lift up the whole state. We never
Well, I
let our people
think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and start. Karen's here, Shannon's here. And so today in our MREA, have you guys been kind of following along with the book as well? All right, cool. We're going to talk. Oh, yeah, it's okay.
I'm still rookie real estating it.
That's fine. That's fine. So we are going to jump. Oh, I have handouts. Let me get them.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back. I'll
Okay.
leave them on my desk.
Oh my God.
Home. No, just handouts.
Handouts.
Workshops.
I'm sneaking behind her. Real little I can.
Yeah. Had enough of us. She left.
did,
I'm just
but
kidding.
I'm All right, we'll wait for Karen to come back.
Fair. I'm cheating and anything ahead anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't like surprises. How many times have you read this book?
3.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be a number you couldn't count on one hand. We tried to do a book club with the rookie real estate, but
Yeah.
I'm the only one showing up to the
Oh,
super awkward.
see what I'll be like. We're doing a big push on it, on this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so, what'll be fun is when it like, they start to get momentum.
Yeah.
So it's,
Well, Ryan came in last time.
yeah, I don't know where
And
he's,
Jen.
yeah,
She on floor time or something?
I don't know. Yeah, okay. I know they have that event, so I know that's pulling
I can see
some out. Mhm.
some of the people around the office.
Yeah.
I don't come in here enough to notice who's here regularly.
Yeah,
Sure. Get so much peace in my office at home. So much gets done.
that's
Kids-
good.
The kids are older, they know. That office door's closed.
Yeah.
Mom's busy.
Yeah,
If it's an emergency.
yeah.
My daughter came and she's like, Mom, I think Jacob's burning something on the stove downstairs. And I was like, okay, that's an emergency.
That's an
That I'll go
emergency,
for.
No, she'll probably be back in a second.
Yeah, she's just hitting the ladies around.
Okay.
That top 100
Uh-huh.
list we had was so depressing for me.
Did you bring it?
I don't know a lot of people. I might have.
Okay, good.
No, it's on my desk.
Oh, okay, we're gonna work on it.
There was like 15 people on there that
That's
I
fine.
was like,
We're gonna learn how to like add
I
more.
am boring.
No. You'll learn how to add more today.
But I did get an unlikely response from
Yeah.
my dentist's mom.
Nice,
It's
nice.
like, I'm gonna send it to her, and she sent it off. I was
Cool.
like, wow.
Cool. Well, hello. Well, there's your paperwork. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Today is where business really starts to get real. We're gonna talk about database. Because everyone says they want more leads. Like every time I talk to an agent, whether I'm like recruiting an agent or talking to an agent, I said, what do you want? They're like leads. So we're gonna learn how that most of us, we're walking around with hundreds of leads right here. And sometimes they're easier than we think, especially if we've moved from someplace else. And but it's how to kind of like work those relationships. The question is not about whether you know more people. The question is whether if you have built a system that helps people remember who you are. So a system that helps people remember you, trust you, and know you. See the difference? Like we know a lot of people, but we don't really inherently have a system built in where people know us. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So I was in fourth grade, and my dad was a pastor of a small church in Fredericktown, Missouri, population 4,036. And my birthday is June 20th, and June 20th that year fell on a Sunday. And so I was the pastor's kid, and I mortified my parents. I didn't know I was doing anything wrong, but I was a natural born salesperson and you know a relationship builder. So I went around to every old lady in the church and told them it was my birthday.
Oh my God.
In fourth grade, I came away with $28.
Oh my God.
My parents were not happy.
And that was about 15 years ago, so that was a lot of money.
Oh, thank you, you're too kind. So but anyway, that was so that was like, you know, when I think about that, I think about that was letting people know about me in a very awkward, you know, funny way at fourth grade. But we get to this point where in our lives we are always afraid to ask people for information or for help because we don't want to impose.
Mhm.
And I think there's a difference between genders and how this is approached as well. I remember when I was leading teams at churches, I would say, hey, what if we ask so and so to volunteer in this one area? And majority of my like female staff was, oh no, they're so busy.
Yeah.
Like they have kids or they have this or they have that. And so we always like presume our capacity on other people. And so part of like learning how to work a database and how to work your database is learning how to get beyond that fear of what if they don't want to talk to me? What if they don't want to, what if they're not going to reach back out immediately? Okay, we live in also in this world where we have like almost immediate response time, which like irritates me because
Yeah.
I will respond to you when I can. I have not forgotten about you. But if we don't get that immediate hit of like a like or a text or anything back, we feel like they forgot about us.
Yeah.
Like that new feature on our phones where you like a message, I hate that. If you sent me a message, I saw it. I told my kids, like, don't expect a like or response to my a message you send me. I'll answer you, but if you text me, I got it. So it's kind
That's why I
of
keep my red receipts on.
I say you have
No.
the red receipts on.
Yeah.
yeah.
I leave it on.
I don't, so.
I want people
I
to
don't
know I
either.
saw it. It's important. I'll get to it
Mhm.
when I need to, or it's been acknowledged.
So real estate though is brutally simple, but also brutally unforgiving. People do business with agents that they remember. Now, if they don't remember you and they don't call you, it's not personal. Okay. It's just how human brains work. So I have left, as we say, money on the table a lot over the years because I just did not have a good follow-up plan. You know, because people don't see you like we view clients as you're my client for life, and here we are doing this thing. People view us as like, did I go to Target today or Walmart?
Yeah.
Unless we nurture that relationship. So we're gonna talk about that today. We're gonna jump into that. Let's see. There's this. There we go. Um, how many people do you know?
In the area.
Just in
Who
general.
works here,
Okay.
and my two next door neighbors.
Okay.
I know, how many do I know or how many know me?
Both.
Hundreds of thousands know me.
Uh-huh.
I probably know about 500 of them.
Okay. Okay.
Fair.
How are you, Shannon?
In general, I've got like 1,000 friends on my social media, maybe.
Okay.
And back home. Here in town, maybe 15.
15 people. Okay. Of those, and we're gonna get to the hundreds of thousands and thousands. How many of those know that you could help them in real estate?
They follow me. So
Okay.
I would assume they know.
Okay.
Probably 50.
50. Okay.
Huh.
Now that's good. Students often say I hear this from students, I don't know 100 people. Or I don't want to bother people. Do you guys feel that?
Yeah.
I
I don't know 100 people on a comfortable enough level to talk to them about myself.
Okay.
and most of mine are from speaking engagements,
Uh-huh.
so they know me,
Uh-huh.
but they live in Qatar or South Africa,
Mm-hmm.
and so unless they're looking to, and I can put out a thing saying you're looking to get a investment property,
Mm-hmm.
and so I can do that, but
Yeah.
it's one of those. You got 400 people in the classroom. I'm lucky if I remember any of them,
Right.
let
Yeah.
alone two.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's very
and I don't,
honest, yeah.
that's a unique situation. I understand.
Yeah. How about this? My database is a mess, or I haven't even really started. How long do you spend on command every day?
20 minutes.
20 minutes? Okay.
In Brevity more.
Oh yeah, because you guys use Brevity? Okay.
I'm in Brevity at least 2 hours a day,
Okay, that's good. That's building the database and working it.
and I've been calling everybody multiple times.
Yeah, good. How about this? I have contacts on my phone, Instagram, email, and sticky notes.
That need to go in that database. And I've
Yeah.
been putting it up.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I don't have them all in Brevity or Command.
Yep.
Mhm.
How about this? I just don't know what to say.
A
No,
little bit.
a little bit? You're good.
It doesn't matter if I know what to say, I'm gonna say something. So I don't even pretend anymore.
How about-
Say what comes.
Yeah, how about, I'm afraid I'll sound salesy.
Oh, 100%.
Okay,
I have like a hard time not sounding salesy.
okay,
If I read a script, I do.
yeah,
If I just talk to them like I talk to them, I don't.
yeah. So those are all common
Yeah.
things that keep people from really utilizing their database. We also, it's not about technology. It's about your willingness to connect. And we're not bothering people, like we're helping them. We're helping them go through like one of the, like the as I always tell people, this is the number 6 most stressful thing that you can do in your life. Like we do it multiple times a month, but we recognize that this where you are in this. So, who was able to complete their top 100 list? Okay, did you work on it from last week?
I didn't write it down, but it is in brevity.
Okay, all
I
right.
don't think I got 100 people on it though.
Okay, yeah. Was it harder than you expected?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about it was harder? Was hard?
Judging.
Give me an example.
Would they really be interested?
Okay.
Mine was, have I shown an interest in what they're doing enough for me to think that they'll show an interest in what I'm doing? Like my
Oh.
landscaper was one, and I was like, I only call him when I need work done. So do I ask him about his day? Do I ask him about how business is? No, maybe I haven't built that relationship.
Yeah.
enough.
So that awkward feeling, breaking through that awkward feeling is like the doorway to your next level in this. Because real estate is a contact sport. Okay, like meaning not like football,
Yeah.
but a contact sport. More like organized coffee and strategic texting.
Okay.
So as we start to get more comfortable, and it's just like anything else, like the more reps you put in, the more comfortable it becomes. And you find yourself then being in these conversations where it almost becomes natural. So one of the biggest things about our database, it's not just a list, okay? It's a business asset. Like your database is where business comes from. And I want you to write down, I think it's on your notes here, but there's a flow from relationships, lead to conversations, lead to referrals, lead to appointments, and that leads to closings. So that's on there, right? Like underline that if it is.
Let me see this.
But if you need to, oh, you got it? Yeah. So what page is that on?
The first one.
The first page, okay.
I skipped
Yeah.
right past
At
that.
the
I
bottom,
skipped right
yeah.
Past that.
So where does this start? In that circle? Relationships.
Station.
Yeah, actually relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after closings, where does it lead? Back to relationships.
Yeah, I have to share a funny haha.
Yeah.
So I closed on my first deal last Friday.
Nice.
Never met the guy. It was a floor call,
Mhm.
never went out and signed, so everything was done online. He's land in Coolidge.
Mhm.
I called him and said, "You're now a VIP and we got VIP days. I need you to come in and celebrate Watermelon Day and call in and tell him I'm your realtor."
Uh-huh.
He was the first one here this morning. And then he sat in the chair and just chatted with me and chatted. And then he said, "Now, Karen, how long do you need me to stay here today?"
Aww.
Like, "Oh, honey, I'm just glad you showed up. You can go whenever you're ready." But just because I reached back out after, and it was
Yeah.
just days after the closing,
Yeah.
he's like, "I didn't think I'd ever hear from you again."
Wow.
And so that to me was a real testament that I didn't know him from Adam. In fact, he didn't look anything like I thought he did.
Yeah,
No, you
yeah.
picture them with their voice.
Uh-huh.
But just because I reached out like Monday and they closed on Friday,
Mhm.
he's like, and that was the first thing he said, oh, I didn't think we'd ever hear from you again.
Wow.
So it's important to
Yeah.
follow up and not necessarily the next day like I did. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
important to follow up.
Yeah. And keep following up. Oh, that's a great
That
story.
is-
So
Yeah.
I thought that was, I
Mhm.
thought that was sweet. And his wife
Yeah.
couldn't come, so he brought his son so that I had more support.
Oh my
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
He's in Florence. He drove in from Florence to come.
Wow.
Wow, that's really
So-
nice.
Anyway, this goes back
Yeah.
to saying that the relationship goes right back
Uh-huh.
after
Yeah.
the closing.
Yeah.
That it's not, oh, I got paid.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sayonara.
And look at what goes beyond a monetary value for a relationship.
Yeah,
Like if he had wanted to, and if he had wanted a watermelon, he could have gone to Fry's in Florence and picked one up for $5.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
And
he,
saved himself the gas.
yeah,
He
but
wanted
He
he,
made
help
the
me.
trip.
yeah,
Yeah. He wanted to do you a favor.
Oh, that's
helping
beautiful.
him.
And I mean, it is. And I got a listing the other day. And it was from calling somebody else's, somebody that left, it was from calling one of their VIP clients.
Hmm.
And just saying, hey, we're having this day.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'd like you, if you tell them I'm your realtor now, I just want to, you know, if there's anything I need.
Yeah.
Or you need, I'm here.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what happened to George? And he says, sadly, George isn't with the company anymore.
Uh-huh.
I think he moved on to other things. And I thought, well, you know, the guy didn't sound interested in VIP day or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
He emailed me like a week later, said, do you want to list my house? And I said, absolutely, give me a call. It wasn't even a
Yeah.
sell the listing. Sam and I walked in and I started to go through the pre-paperwork and Sam's like, sign.
Yeah.
Here, sign there.
Yeah.
The guy just signed. And again, it was, even though he wasn't my client, it was following up with somebody
Mm-hmm.
and letting them know, if you need anything, I'm here.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting braver to do that
Mhm.
with my neighbors
Great.
that I've met and not met. Meeting,
Yeah.
with the door knocking and, just. I take crafts to the neighbors anyway,
Yeah.
and cookies, and I'm that neighbor.
Nice.
We all need that.
We all do.
So that's, and I'm just saying, it goes right back to
Yep.
this, but after that guy said that this morning, well, how long do I need to stay here for you?
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Oh,
That's great. Yeah, I love that. So, average agents think I need more leads. MREA thinking is I need to systematically communicate with the people I already know while adding new people every week. So going back to that contact, or like you did, people you already know, and now you didn't stop with him.
yeah,
You're constantly adding more people to that database. So the database has 3 jobs. Number 1 is to store relationships. Number 2 is to trigger follow-up. And number 3 is to create future business. So we store in that database our relationships that we currently have. And with each one of those, we create a follow-up plan with a smart plan or something like that. And then from there, we create future business. So questions. This is my favorite part of this whole thing. Where are your contacts currently stored?
I found in my database.
Okay.
I'm slowly transferring them into Brivity,
Okay.
but they're all over the place.
Yeah.
My phone, Facebook,
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
Yeah. I have sticky notes. I have a notebook that I can't find.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
I took down a note from, I wasn't where I could get into the computer and I wrote a note. The guy wanted a comparison, a CMA on his property. I forgot till this morning and I was moving papers around and there was that paper. Luckily, it was just a few days ago, but it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
Yep.
should have just stopped what I was doing and put it in Brivity so that I could notify myself, do this at the end of the day or something.
Yeah, set up a
Yeah.
task
So-
for yourself.
Yes.
Those sticky notes and notebooks are not good for me.
No, they're not.
I
Well-
screwed up.
What system are you currently using for follow-up?
Riveting.
Okay,
None.
none.
I haven't had
Yeah.
any training through.
Okay, we're gonna get you that on command today.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so we gotta get you into that. Who in your database is most likely to refer you?
I would say. If I were to say my number one person that would refer me is somebody I was showing homes to and they didn't buy.
Mm,
And I know that sounds funny, but. They it's not that they bought from somebody else, they just didn't buy.
They just didn't
decided
buy.
not to.
yeah,
That
mean,
would be my fiance's family. They've already hooked me up with my first listing. They're telling everybody about what I do. They're my
Okay.
biggest supporters.
all right, it's great. It's great. I think for me, it's like past clients. You know, that's why you hate it when one doesn't go great. Cause you're like, I think that if I would go back, like that's my biggest fear sometimes of reaching out to past clients. Is that like there's been a few times where it didn't go so great. And like I'm nervous, but I gotta, that's my own barrier to break through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who knows you personally, but may not know you professionally?
Mine's easier. Who knows me professionally, not personally?
Yeah, mine's the other way around.
Okay,
I don't think anyone who actually knows me as a person doesn't know that I'm doing this because I talk about it. So
then that's great. You're on the, yeah, you're in the right direction.
I can't think of one person.
Yeah, I hid behind my professional persona, so very people knew me personally.
Okay, all right, that's good.
I'm getting better at that.
Yeah. One time I worked for a foster care and adoption agency. And so my role was to travel around Arizona, talking to churches specifically about foster care and adoption. And so I went to this one church where I had worked here before. And like I've done a lot in like social services as well as like overseas like development and work like that. So I would go and talk to them periodically about that as well. And a lady that I know she thought she was giving me a compliment, but it was actually a very deep understanding of something I needed to work on. Where she said, I didn't know, I saw that you were going to be speaking today. So I wanted to make sure I was here because I didn't know what you were going to be talking about, but whatever it was, you were going to be really excited about it. So
I think that's awesome.
it's awesome, but I was like, in a way, it's like, you give me this pin to sell, I'll sell it to you,
Yeah.
So I have to always be careful with that. And because I want people to, we always want those relationships to not just be
Feel like you're authentic.
not just an inch deep and a mile wide, but we do desire more
Yeah.
depth, and people will see that depth in us. Like if somebody, if I show up on a every other week basis with something new I'm doing, that wears people down.
Yeah.
And so I have to be very careful that I pause and really like when I'm reaching out to somebody from my database, that it's something that I really want to know about, that I'm going to listen and remember, and not just a way to get them further down my pipeline. Does that make sense?
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. What keeps you from reaching out consistently? I just answered my question.
Laziness.
Lacey.
Fear of rejection.
Hmm.
That keeps the head way too quick for going.
Yeah, no, that's huge.
My motivation, it really is. It's just, once I get going, I'm fine.
Hmm.
It's just that I gotta move. I
Yeah.
gotta get going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anxiety.
Anxiety, relationship. Yeah.
Okay.
All those things are factors that keeps us in a barrier a lot. So it's not usually a lack of contacts that we have. It's the lack of intentional contact. And because there's a difference there, that intentionality is where it comes in. All right. So if you had we're going to walk through, your top 100.
Okay.
And I know some of you
I
have them.
remember.
Yeah.
Mine.
So I want you to when you get back to that list, what we want to do is we want to kind of categorize them.
Okay.
Okay, because you had 100 people from all walks of life. So category A are advocates, people who know you, like you, trust you, and would probably refer you. So when you get to your list, I want you to like highlight those folks. So who are these? Close friends, your family, those are advocates, other business partners, community leaders, raving fans. You know, those are people who know you, trust you, and would probably refer you.
Okay.
Or past clients. So you want to kind of like, you want to circle those. And it doesn't have to be a lot of people. Like one or as you're building this. So what I want you to do is, so like for us, Shannon Command, like as you start to, I'll teach you how to like tag contacts, but advocates, you know, because you want to have different communication for each one. I'm sure Brivity has like a way to tag, but that way you can start to tag people. And like, you know, your hope would probably be from moving people through this different process. Warm relationships, okay? Warm relationships. First of all, any advocates that come to your mind that you maybe hadn't thought of?
What we talked about this morning, past clients or customers, I made a list of those people you said to shout out. These are all the people who followed me on Instagram that were customers of my business, and I recognize. And so now I'm like, I've got a long list of people to thank for following that journey and that change.
Yeah,
So
that's great. Good job.
those are my
Yeah. How about you?
It is, I say past friends, that's not the right way to say it. It's people I knew in business that I'm not in the business of anymore.
Okay, yeah.
So, and they
Advocates.
were not necessarily friends, but they were friendly. I
Okay.
know that sounds,
Yeah.
That's pretty common. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is very common. Let's move on. Category B then. The next category that you're going to put people in is warm relationships. People who know you, but they may not immediately think of you for real estate. Okay. These would be former coworkers. They would be club or church contacts, parents from school, local business owners, like you go someplace all the time, social media friends, and neighbors, unless you get deeper with them. So funny about like local business owners. I always forget that I own a store and I'm a real estate agent. I've yet to marry the two.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I actually took dimensions yesterday to make my own like real estate information booth.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, you know, I was like, okay, I forgot that. And other business owners I talked to.
I thought about that. I'm not gonna do it, but I thought about it and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to have a metal board
Yeah.
and just pin up listings, new listings in
Yeah,
the area, even
yeah.
if it's not your own. New listings
Yeah.
in the area, you wanna look at it, come
Yeah.
talk to me.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see something like that in your booth.
Yeah. I can't wait either. Another
There's
thing.
so much foot traffic in there that
Yeah.
you're missing out on.
Another thing, we're a town. I jokingly say when people say, "What's it like living in Casa Grande?" I said, "Well, it's great." I said because you know we have everything Phoenix does except just one.
Yeah.
You know, so I go to these same places all the time. I see the same people all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like I always go to this Circle K on Treckle in Cottonwood to get my 85-cent Polar Pop, and it's the same guy that checks me out because I go about the same time of day.
I didn't think I went that often, but McDonald's to get my Diet Coke.
Yeah.
It was no ice, large Diet Coke.
Yeah.
And the lady says, "Oh, you look so nice. You're gonna do something." I don't remember. She said, "Are you going to meetings today at work or something
Yeah.
like that?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "I really liked that jacket you had on." I'm like, I come here too
Yeah.
often
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
people at the window know
Yeah.
me and assume they know what I do, and I haven't told them.
Yeah. So
So
guess,
now that you say that, I'm gonna give her a
Warm
business card
relationships,
next time
yeah.
I go through.
Yeah.
I think that's very appropriate.
So you gotta take your guy at Circle K.
I will.
Mhm.
And then just like, I've got, I meet folks all the time that stop in at the shop because they
Yeah.
own a store or something like that. All right, category C are cold or weak connections. Doesn't mean they're not connections. But these are
My family.
these are the hard yeah, that's true. These are the hardest ones sometimes. Old contacts,
Got a lot of those.
online acquaintances,
Got a lot of those.
former leads, people you met once. Okay. This is an interesting place because it's not like somebody that walks into my open house, like they're my new best friend. But I get really nervous on these.
Can I share my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I feel like everybody I know is in this list because I have distanced myself from my friends group for so long that now everybody feels like an old contact. Just I was momming too hard for the longest time.
Yeah.
So that discomfort, I feel like that's like really.
All right, so we're gonna role play. There's nothing like role playing to jump into this because this is my biggest kryptonite as well. Okay. So I am going to be, I'll be myself. You bring my old contact.
Okay.
Okay.
We went to high school together. We're still friends on Facebook.
Yeah. So I'll just say somehow I got your number. Hey Shannon, it's Andy.
Hey, long time no speak.
Yeah, yeah. One of the cool things about social media is that we kind of get to see each other's lives. And I saw that you went to Florida last month. My family's planning to go to Florida for vacation. Any recommendations?
Oh, great lunch spot out by the beach. I can tell you all about it.
Okay.
I'll send you a link.
Okay, awesome. Hey, what are you doing these days?
Just staying at home with the kids, working my job, cooking meals every night. What are you up to?
Well, I just actually got my real estate license
How exciting.
here locally in Casa Grande, where we went to school together. And so, I'm right now just building my business up, and one of the things that I'm doing is just letting everybody know what I'm doing now. I'm on this great team with 20 years of experience, and we all need like somebody to help get us going in our first shot. So, hey, I don't know if you're in the place, Shannon, where you need any services like that, but if you know somebody that does, would you just remember me?
I don't, but yeah, I'll definitely keep your number in my phone.
All right, cool. And I feel bad that it's been so long since we connected. Just you've been on my mind over the years. And so, I would just love to stay in contact with you. Would that be all right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. How'd that go?
Done did good.
Wasn't awkward.
Wasn't awkward.
Not from my end.
Okay.
You did
So
good.
yeah,
You guys.
my fear is that the person on the other end is like, oh my God, why are you calling me? But the way you said it didn't make me feel like I wanted to hang up the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that whole Facebook connection, is good because you can kind of follow people's lives.
Okay.
So I had a friend. So one of the guys that I worked with, I've worked with him now for like 20 years in Cambodia. Like he's Cambodian. And like I've spent probably, if I added up the total years that we spent together in Cambodia, it's probably 5.
Okay.
And he's now 73. And he saw I did kind of a post around my birthday. And I don't talk about my separation at all. Like it's just, I don't want anybody asking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to keep positive, and I also don't want to say anything that I'll ever regret. So I just briefly mentioned it. Like since this has happened, life has looked different, and I moved on. And so he called me, and we haven't spoken in probably, and it wasn't for any reason. There wasn't a falling out. There was just I'm doing this. He's doing this. I was, like he lives in Seattle. He and his wife and family. Like I actually married their kids. Like I did their wedding like 10 years ago. No, longer than that. Gosh, I'm old. So anyway, he texted me. Hey Andy, it's Radha Manikam. I know it's been a long time. I haven't forgotten about you. If you would like to still connect, I would love that. And so I said, Radha, I would love to. How's 8:00 tomorrow morning? Yeah. And so we spent about 45 minutes on the phone. And it was just like so sometimes we have to think that there's nothing wrong with the relationship. We're just all going at 900 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like he took that step to reach out to me, and I thought it was very wonderful. Like,
Yeah.
will there be a real estate deal with Rada? No, he lives in Seattle. Like he's owned his house. I don't live in Seattle, but relationships are what we take with us in life.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's why I threw that scenario out there, because that's most of my people are people I went to high school with. We're still friends. I'm nosy. I'm watching.
Why don't you guys practice one, and then we'll flip roles.
Go for it.
Really?
So let's see. What's the scenario? Okay, here's a scenario. You used to work together. You're the agent. Used to work together. You still had her number from like when you worked together 8 years ago.
Okay.
And you were like
I actually
workplace
have a contact like this that I've been wanting.
Oh,
to
nice.
So this is perfect.
How did I know that? Okay, I'm not stalking you, I swear. So you were workplace friendly associates.
Okay. This is great. All right. Hey, Karen, I was just calling to say hi. I know it's been a long time. How have you been doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good, good. I saw Felix is getting older, and I see all of your posts on Facebook, and I just saw your posts the other day and thought about you and thought about all the fun we used to have at work.
Oh yeah, we did. I tell you, I remember how you brought that blanket into work for Felix when he was born. And can you believe the kid is like almost a teenager now?
They grow up so fast. My kids are in high school now, and one's a senior and one's a freshman. What grade is Felix going into?
Man, he's going into 8th grade, and I just don't know what to do with myself.
Well, I'm glad you guys are doing good. I am always excited to see your posts, and I just wanted to touch base and see how you are, because you've been heavy on my mind lately.
Well, that's nice. I think about you periodically too. How are things going in your life?
Good, good. How's work for you? Are you still at FedEx?
I am still at FedEx. I got promoted to being the chief operator of cleaning the toilets, and I'm so excited about that because, I wanted management so bad.
I am so proud of you. You deserve to be the chief toilet operator after all the hard work you've put in. Well, I just wanted to share with you that I just got into real estate, and it's something I'm really excited about. It's something new, something different. And I don't have connections with people at work like I did with you yet, but hopefully we can keep in touch, and I can maybe add you to my mailing list. I'd love for you to see all of the exciting things I'm coming up with.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you. It's always been nice to have you as a supporter, and you really worked well with me at the office and made sure that I was happy every day at work. So I hope you see all of the bright new things happening, and feel free to reach out to me anytime if you have any questions.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. And keep me up to date with Felix.
I will.
All right. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
How'd that feel?
Yeah, it was very organic.
Good.
Yeah. Good. I really do need to catch up with him.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's crazy that you read my mind.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, let's flip it around.
Okay.
Let's have you be the agent now. And the scenario is, since you did a lot of speaking engagements, you had somehow a list, and this with contact information. And, you spoke from Maine to Florida to South Carolina to Washington, but
I've spoken in every major city in the United States, all but 2 provinces in Canada, and all but every province in Canada now, and all but 2 states in Australia. I've spoken in 54 countries.
wow. So the scenario is going through the thing, you did a data sort, and she was somebody that you had as a contact lit on an attendee, but you also had it was more like a book signing or something like that. And but you saw that she lives in Maricopa, Arizona.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Hey, Shannon, this is Karen Perkins. I don't know if you remember me. You came to one of my events a couple of years ago.
Oh my gosh, you're like a celebrity to me. Why would you be calling me?
Well, I saw you moved to Maricopa and I live by Maricopa and I was so excited. I wondered if you'd be willing to reconnect and to maybe get together sometime.
Oh my God, it would be an honor. I love your book. I would love to get together.
Well, tell me, what is it you're doing right now?
Well, I am a stay-at-home mom, but yeah, I have all the free time in the world. I don't have a lot of friends here in Maricopa, so I'm so glad you reached out.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit more about being a stay-at-home mom. How many kids do you have now?
I've got 2 kids and they're a handful. 2 little ones, just rugrats running around all the time.
I won't tell you, my son calls them crotch gobble. That's I said that's not nice. That's not nice. But I'd love to get together and maybe have lunch or something with you one of these days.
Yeah, if I could bring the kids along with me, make it a little date.
Absolutely.
All right.
And can I ask you a favor as well?
Yes, go for it.
I know that you just moved to Maricopa, so you just moved here. You probably don't know a lot of people yet.
I don't have any friends here.
But as you run into people, I just started doing real estate now instead of doing all of the public speaking so I could be closer to home.
Well, you have the
Would
personality.
you be willing to refer anybody you know that's moving here or a friend that maybe that you meet next door or a neighbor that you want to get rid of and you say, I have a resident that can sell your house?
Yes, I would definitely keep you in mind for that.
Awesome. Well, when do you want to get together to have lunch?
Well, maybe we can let's start with coffee this week.
Awesome. How about Friday at 2?
We'll make it happen. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll come to Maricopa so you don't have to come down to Casa Grande.
Makes my life easy.
Let's go to Bart's Bistro there on Main.
Perfect. Right down the street.
All right. So 2:00?
Yep, I'll see you then.
All right. See you then.
All right.
How quickly did you just get into meeting with somebody? That was so amazing.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, set the appointment. Yeah.
Um,
Did it feel organic to you? Did it feel natural?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And you do have that to your advantage. You are like a little celebrity to people that know you. So they're gonna want to meet you.
Does that sound funny? But yeah, I kind of, those that know me, I'm kind of a celebrity. Those that don't know me, it's like,
You gotta take advantage of
Yeah, you do. That's great.
I've been in a documentary, I got several books, I was on stage for years. I mean, so those that know me from those things
Uh-huh.
don't know me personally, they think they do.
Yeah.
Because I tell stories on stage,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I have that
Yeah.
advantage.
Use
And you're
that.
right, I need to
Use
utilize that more to
Yeah.
my advantage.
Yeah. No, that was great. Like that. That worked really well. Category D is the add to database. So these are open house visitors, networking contacts, vendors, community event connections, local business owners. And so in these are the ones that we add to a database. But then what we want to do quickly is kind of help them move into relationship. One of the things I love about open house visitors is they're already looking for what you have.
That's true.
It's like, they put themselves, they weren't just like thinking, do we go bowling or do we walk around houses? They're looking to
They're
buy,
there
yeah, unless they're weirdos, like they
Something Ryan had mentioned in the coffee talks or whatever it is he does is the follow-up after an open house,
Mhm.
get their number and just text them and say, it was so nice meeting you at the open house. And then he said, a couple weeks later, say, hey, did you ever find a place that you wanted?
Mhm. I put them on what's called the 10 days of pain.
10 days.
10 days of pain, where I contact them every day, 2 times a day until they tell me to go away or we set an appointment.
I love that.
So just checking, it starts with like, hey, that day, hey, thanks so much for coming by. We had several people interested. What's one thing you really liked about this one? If they don't answer, Sunday, hey, good morning. Just want to make sure I have the right number. Just making sure, like, it was again great to meet you. No offers yet on that. Was there something you're interested in? Was there another aspect that you needed different? And then if they answer back, then I continue the conversation. If they don't answer back, like the next day, Andy? Question mark? That's it.
Mhm.
You know, and then after that, just like, oh, hey, just calling to follow up, you know, like, then they'll either like get in conversation with you or say, would you just leave me alone? Yeah, yeah. Or they'll write stop. And they're like, well, I'm not an automated CRM. Like you're actually,
Yeah.
so that hurts a little bit. No.
I cry.
So anyway, so in your A, B, C, and D list, identify the top 10 referral relationships, then identify top 10 reconnect opportunities, and then top 10 people who need to know that you are in real estate. Like if you had your list with you, I'd have you circle those. But in the top 10 reconnect, like take some time to do this. And then maybe like on a daily basis.
Well, now I need to redo my 100 now that
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it differently.
Right.
So that's good. That's why we do this class more than once a week. Or
Yeah,
more than
once.
just the one time.
Yeah.
I didn't have 10 in any of these categories because I think I had 10, 15 total in the whole thing.
But
if I revisit it
mhm,
with an open mind,
mhm.
I might have more just as I can add.
Yeah.
I just didn't have their contact info. So
Well, that's a lot of my problem is I wasn't allowed to get contact information when I was on.
Oh, yeah.
speaking.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot lot of that,
Yeah.
but
I do have
I do
people
have
on
enough.
Facebook or something where I can get their
Yeah.
information. or
well,
get it.
yeah, people that followed me on LinkedIn or my other Facebook page,
Yeah.
my one that got turned off and then turned back on again after I started another one.
Yeah. Go back to those.
Yeah, I can go back to those and say, hey,
And another thing, like at one time, like again, the majority of my career has been in church work with like coaching, teaching, things like that. So I had a pastor friend where he had been he had been a venture capitalist before he became a pastor. And so he was from New York, very like you can just picture a venture capitalist New Yorker. So very pushy, very like finances were a big deal to him. You know, but very fiscally like responsible and wanted to see things grow. So then he changes careers, and the persona that he adopted was very meek and mild, a big pushover, because that's what he thought he had to do. And so I remember sitting with him, I'm like, Rich, this is who I knew you as when you first got it, like from your stories and from what you did. And this is the career that you've chosen. This fits right into this. And so a lot of times we will take we'll have our former businesses, our former, career path, and we go, well, real estate's so different. And so we lose some of that.
Yeah.
We lose some of our creativity. We lose some of our drive. We lose some of the way that we connected so naturally to people in that element because we had studied that for like 20 years. And then we get in here and like, I'll show you your house. So what we have to do is we have to go back to those strengths, leave the weaknesses from that, because we all had we all had things that we wish we'd have done better, and then carry those strengths into this. It'll change the way you market. It'll change the way you approach people. It just like you're just like transferring whatever that was into what you do now with just some different terminology. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because like how you're wired is how you're wired.
Yeah.
What you did successfully before is the reason why you're going to do successfully now.
And I'm wondering why there's such a disconnect right now because my business was just, it was blowing. It just made money in my sleep. And now I'm just struggling so hard and I'm not making the connection. I think I'm taking my personality out of the real estate. And I think that was a big selling point of my company.
Personality is all, like real estate is all personality. Yeah.
So I need to just put that back in there.
It's more about who you are than what you know.
Yeah.
And also for people, it's more about that they care how much you know. I mean, they care how much you care rather than they care how much you know.
Yeah.
So bring that personality back in a big way.
Okay.
and see it transfer and take no apologies for that.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
you knew me as Shannon, the esthetician, that's selling this, like, I just put a different product in front of you, but
Yeah.
I'm still the same.
Yeah, but I still care if you're happy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take,
Well, see, I didn't know you were an esthetician.
yeah,
That makes it even more because people didn't distrust you. They trusted you to touch their body.
yeah.
I mean, you play with my face and pop zits. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I trust you more than I would trust Karen, who was on stage. Yeah. And so I'd be more likely to go to you and let you sell me a house because I know I can trust you with my physical
Yeah.
body. Therefore, I can definitely trust you with my family.
Yeah,
So,
And for somebody who was on stage, like I know this as well, like transfer that to getting in front of larger groups.
yeah.
You know, when I was first starting, I would always volunteer if anybody, like for career days at schools, for speaking at like a chamber event.
Well, you should
Oh,
probably
yeah.
even schedule some meetups.
Uh-huh. There's this one strategy that I'm still looking into where you host online like open houses without being there. And like you know, like communicating in front of a live audience, when you're communicating via a screen, you have to be 10 times bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And because there's that screen barrier. And so if you've been able to be broadcast and people communicating to you from a broadcast perspective,
yeah.
Podcasts too.
yeah, yeah. So
I've done a little bit of everything in my
Yeah.
life.
like I've done radio, I've done TV, I've done interviews, I've done,
Mhm.
broadcasts from like 10,000 miles away. And it's a different skill set, but taking that to translate to real estate is to getting you in front of these broader audience to get into,
Yeah,
so even if you did,
I do so much better in groups than I do one-on-one. People scare me.
I know
Really?
Groups don't
I
scare
would
me.
never
it is
guess.
easy, it is easier for me to speak in front of 5,000 people than it is for me to speak in front of 5.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
Amen.
It's scary for me to
100%.
speak in front of anyone.
Yeah. So
No,
like
that's scary.
having opportunities for events and seminars, think you're like, I don't know, come up with a hook that solves a problem for people to get you in front of people. So that's again, taking this part of your life to make it successful in this part of your life.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So, all right, well, that's an hour. Any questions or last minute thoughts or ideas?
Let's do this a little more.
I try not to take over and talk too much, but thank you for allowing me to talk as much as I do.
No, this is what this should
I
be.
learned from that.
Yeah, we learn from each other.
Yeah.
I don't have all the answers.
If you hadn't have brought up that scenario that happened with you about
That
know,
was
the reach
So
out,
cool.
the follow up,
for me.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't
That
have thought it
a
was
real
important.
eye opener.
Yeah. You should. Yeah.
Cause I thought, oh, he's coming because he's a VIP, but he
That he
can't.
wanted to do you a favor because you've helped him with something.
So now how do you go to him and record that moment on video?
I know, and I should have, I thought about that. I used to have an app. I'll remember the name of it in a minute, but you'd record it, it would send it to them and they would acknowledge it. So when it got posted on your Facebook or your website, it showed that it was authenticated.
Oh,
I would take the hour, I'd drive out or meet him at the property. And I'd do a little selfie video. Like, hey, I'm with one of my clients here that I just want to tell you how awesome this was. How, we hadn't met yet until this event that we had on a random Thursday in July around July 4th in Watermelons. And I was just I want to thank you. You are my first my first closing in real estate. And I will always remember this moment. Now remember this more because you made an effort to come out and say hi to me. So I just want to thank you in front of this. Yeah.
well, and the funny thing is it was, no deal's a tiny deal, but it was a tiny deal.
Yeah.
It was a $20,000 piece of property.
Yeah.
But to me, it was a big deal because it was my first
And
transaction.
to them, it's a big
Yeah.
deal because they just acquired another
Yeah,
investment.
and to
Yeah.
him, that was
Yeah.
$20,000
Yeah.
cash that he'd been saving for a
Yeah.
long time.
So these little deals aren't little to the people.
Yeah,
They're
Exactly.
important.
Yeah.
and so yeah, no, that was so cute. That just made my day.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I love that. All right.
Thank you, Andy,
Thank
and
you.
you really do